Hello, I'm DerTebbers, and this is your indie game review of Mars Colony Challenger. Space is a harsh environment full of suffocating death and the sound of airlocks. Many games happen in space, but what is it like to actually be just an astronaut dealing with the harshness of space? This is Mars Colony Challenger from Hypercat Games. It is a game of challenges to set up a base on the surface of Mars. Will this game prove to be an interstellar success, or will it be lost in the vacuum of space? Graphics are circa 2008 era. There are graphical issues with looking around in the helmet, and items look blocky and poorly rendered. One could say it is a step up from Minecraft, but if you compare it with a game like Moonbase Alpha, it is sadly lacking. The screen tearing is just horrid and shows a real lack of effort to get a good graphical look. Though the day-night cycle is well done and gives a feel of being on an alien planet, the constant screen tearing really does ruin any sort of immersion in the game. The boot prints in the dust are a nice effect, except that I watched them disappear in the same sequence that I laid them down. This really breaks immersion. It's nice that they tried to put them in, but it would have been a better choice to just leave them out of the game. Optimization is low for this game. I hear my computer having to increase fan speed to deal with the poorly optimized engine. There is little calculation I can imagine being done, so I'm not sure exactly what is causing this. Gameplay is tragic. Not just because I've died just about every time I've played, but rather because it lacks so much. The first mission is to set up the base and reach some specific goals for pressure, oxygen concentration, and fuel storage. However, your character does not have enough food or water in their suit to complete this goal, and even if you get the oxygen generator online first, it will not stabilize the air enough for you to eat without dying. You can only eat if you take off your suit, for reasons not explained, and it takes a long time to put on and take off. So even if you are fast, you will likely still destroy your health trying to eat and drink. However, completely incongruously, you can take an oral swab to test for infections while wearing your spacesuit. Not really sure what's going on there. It would be nice to be able to eat and drink while wearing my suit. Some of the equipment has a very picky action point, and the generator is an absolute pile of rubbish in constant need of repair. Everything is slow, which makes some sense in space where you are weightless, but on Mars, you do have 38% of the gravity you have here on Earth. Sure, it is less, but it is enough I should be able to carry a lot of things and move at a quick enough pace. Also, setting down items is a guessing game about where it's actually going to place, which is annoying when you're trying to be efficient. And often, you can't actually step over items that you've set down, which again doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense. The minigame when installing items is just terrible. I'm still not sure how one wins or loses this game, and there are situations when you have this minigame appear multiple times when trying to install a single module, and it seems that spastic clicking will sometimes yield success and sometimes yield failure. Once you get machines running, it just becomes a waiting game. A boring waiting game. I can see some potential in the game, but not enough to warrant buying it, especially given it is a release game. This is not a Steam Early Access game. This is a full-on released game. In the end, don't bother picking this one up. I haven't found it to be anything more than a waste of time, and I haven't had the first bit of true fun with the game. Even driving the little rover is just an exercise in frustration, as you have to drive by holding down right click and moving the mouse. That is your left and right. That is not in any way, shape, or form even sort of normal. I would expect to be able to use the WASD keys as you would normally, but that's not happening here. In the end, this game has got potential, but it just fails in so many areas, and I would give this game a complete and utter pass and save your money for some of the better games out there. I've been DerTebbers, and this was an indie game review of Mars Colony Challenger from Hypercat Games. Until next time, make sure you maintain contact with ground control, especially if you're Major Tom.